folks, welcome back to Timberborn and our LEAFCOATS Let's Play. Apologies for the gap. There's been some real world stuff. There's been some me doing fun non-gaming stuff. Fun in a kind of inverted commas kind of way. But anyway, let's crack on, shall we? It's been a while and therefore I don't really remember what we were up to, so we're just gonna kind of wing it. If you're relatively new here, welcome. This is how we often do things here. It's fun and fine. I'm sure this is normally hydrated. I guess normally things are a bit deeper. I guess it's because this hasn't opened yet. It's at 36% contamination. I think what we're going to do is we're going to change this. I think we might need to... That is set up. That is set up. I'm going to change this. Except I really don't want it letting stuff in. Oh, I don't know the best way to deal with this. Unless we get across here and we rip this out and put floodgates in here so that this fills up and dilutes this. That might be better. I'm thinking actually what we do is for now we disable during temperate and just open it, because this is such a small amount of bad water that it's essentially irrelevant compared to all of this. And then we can re-enable it. But yeah, I would like to get over here and make some changes. And what I think I would like to do is, let's go into landscaping. More floodgates, folks. More floodgates. Sluices would be better. We do have access to metal now. And science. Maybe we go sluices. I mean, actually, we could use dams, couldn't we? Because really, I just need to raise this up a bit. Let's go sluices. Sluice. And then we could just levy. Is 2 sluices going to be enough? I think it should. And then we can delete those. And we should be able to get there. We just need to reconnect things. So that's connected, so it's there. There we go. That'll reconnect that, that'll connect that. That'll connect along there. That'll let them build all of that. And then we're going to rip those out, which we can get to by going down here. We'll just have to be a little bit smart about how we pull those out. I've then got more that I want to do over here. But for now, that'll be good. You are done for now. Thank you to God. So Namur, I think. You know who you are, who pointed out that actually I need to double check the number. The percentage of contamination that we are good with. So Let's just load up YouTube Studio, and it won't be that long ago because someone hasn't made many videos lately. As said, not life's been busy. I mean, life has been busy, but also I was off doing fun things. No more. Apologies. Anything under 5%. So we're currently at 7%. So we do need to let that clear a bit before we get down into here to finish building this. So we should probably put in some more metal storage. Feel like I should probably demolish that, but they can't actually get to it at the moment. So, you know, that's a thing. So we're building this at the moment, which is cool. That's actually going to increase the flow into here, which maybe isn't so cool with some of the issues we've had, but we'll see how we get on. Ultimately, it'd be nice to direct these water sources into here as well. But yeah, I guess I'm kind of curious. So this doesn't really... So it all ends up... Just looking. So the water from these sources goes into this. And into here. And stays in here. So if we're going to close this, we do have the problem that we need it to be able to go somewhere. So we are going to need to be able to remove some dirt. To do that, we need, I love the dirt mechanism of this. We need shovels to dig the dirt out. This is such a cool addition to the game. No dynamite. We use shovels. This is a building that goes on the ground. I'm not going to do... if you've watched JC streaming, he's done things where he uses platforms to kind of hang these off the side of things. I'm not a fan of that. There are buildings which clearly I think are intended to go on the ground, so we will put them on ground. The shovels building is one of those, so that's what we're going to do. That's hydrated ground, so it would be sensible to not make use of that. We're going to put it there. And we need storage for shovels. Shovels go in a warehouse. So I'm just going to put a small warehouse near the shovel builder building. We can start building shovels. We're getting these built, which is cool. You can now be replaced with the Tapper Shack. Yep, good stuff. What are we doing here? We are still at 7% contamination. Let's speed up time a little bit. I feel we could do with another water pump, and I feel like it would be sensible to put it over in the clean water. And And somewhere they can access some slightly deeper water, maybe. But I think I'm going to put it here. I don't need to do that though. But what maybe we do is if I come out there, does it help at all? Not really. So let's go there. And if I put it there, they can't actually get into it. But by the time we've got shovels built, we could take the dirt out or we move it out. If we move it out a little bit further, then we get to even deeper water, but it really doesn't matter. So let's go there, wasn't it? There. Water there, and then we've got a path there already, so that'll work. In fact, what we could do is there and there, and make that. No, that's not right. I think the entrance, no, the entrance to the water tanks that are on ground level. So there. Can you tell them how to practice playing the game? And I'm going to prioritize that because we could do with getting that guy built. Yeah. Now hopefully these are doing their thing. Yep, they've opened. These are starting to be done, which is great. Obviously we want to be stockpiling metal ready for getting down here again. Hopefully we don't get a bad tide. Even a drought would be better than a bad tide. We don't currently have robust power generation. I did like the suggestion, and once we've got a lot more science, of replacing this guy with this guy, the large windmill. And what we might be able to do is then sneak in some gravity batteries in here with the large windmill on top. I'm not sure, but for now we're just going to make do. Yay, the water pump's pumping. Let's also make this a priority. So the bad water's coming around here and around here. I did also like the suggestion one of you guys had to build a moat, essentially a moat around the island to protect it from bad water. Thought that was kind of cool. I'm hoping that once we get it done we'll be good, but yeah, we're going to want to basically knock through here so that when we get a bad tide, the stuff that we're blocking from this water source can go through here and flow off the map. So we need our shovels, which we're nearly at. That would also allow us to divert these. Would that hurt us in any way? No, because that's just flowing straight off the map. So maybe we will do that too. So these we want to close below contamination. Yeah, let's go 4%. Essentially, I want to be pushing this water into the main lake. A lake. Are we worried about contamination at this point? This is down to 5%, so maybe we're okay. Let's quickly throw a stream gauge in. Check what the contamination is down here. See if we need to worry. Yeah. I think then we maybe want to start looking at zip lines to get up here. Or we can get this built. Come on. Someone must be coming with the last plank. 4%. So I think we're okay. I think we're okay. Yeah, if we get across here, and I'm going to get them to demolish that. We're going to landscaping. We're going to go loosen terrain. We're going to unlock that. We're going to pause you. Because we've got 100 shovels made. And we'll let them do that first, actually. And then we'll loosen a 2x2 bit here to give a decent amount of space to flow out. We also want to demolish that. There's now more water flowing in. Yeah, actually, I've set that up, but I'm instantly going to change it. And apologies if that annoys people, but la vie, because there's a long-term plan, which means I want that actually to be dams. And then we're going to go loosen terrain there. You still, you should be open. You should be closed. More water going in, more gooder. There is a logical reason for this. Trust me. Trust me. I'm an engineer. We can also... Oh, it's 1,000 science points. We can't unlock the terrain block yet. So we'll do it with an levy and those. I'm going to prioritize those. So this is down nice and low now. So actually, we want to get this project going again as well. And we really need more apple trees. You can come in there and plant apple trees. We should probably stop cutting down those willow trees now because we've got pine resin. Storage. So at this point we could think about putting in one of the new plank thingy-bobbies, but we don't have any space in our current tree. And my plan is to put it here. So what I'm going to do, this is temporary, folks. But yeah, it might be ugly, but we don't judge here, okay? We don't judge on looks. We're not that shallow, folks. Scrap. Essentially, what I want to do, and dang it, we might as well queue it up. Gosh dang it, son. Is have another set of floodgates. Technically, that one's probably a waste being a double floodgate with how that is, but you know, it'll be easier to control. And then we're going to have a stream gauge. In fact, we've got a stream gauge over here. And what we're going to do, well, first what we're going to do is put in a ladder so they can build them. What we're going to do is attach the stream gauge all the way over here. And so if the stream gauge, oh, it's a drought, cool, is below, let's go 2.8, they're going to be open. If it's above 2.85, they're going to close. That simple. Attach stream gauge. Bosh. 2.8. Open. 2.85. Gee, we'll make this one 2.9. Close. So basically, on top of the fact that if the water level gets high, these drop and open to let water out. If the water level gets too high, this one will shut and stop excess water going in. We can now demolish this guy. We'll get some dirt. It's kind of cool, isn't it? I guess they can't get over that. Okay. Let's put a platform there. I guess that also means they can't get to that one. So fair enough. Now you're just going to be open until we get this cleared out. Water supply has filled that back up, or is filling back up, which is good. I'm also going to build a temporary storage for pine resin until we get our tree built. You probably don't need to be there now. You science. Right. Quoting. Is it Grounded 2? It's a streamer that I enjoy watching. Used to play, but she seems to have stopped. Which is sad times. So this is going to cause some of this stuff to dry out, but I'm really not worried about that. Ooh. What's going on there? Interesting. Many layers to this map. Anyways. It's only a 5-day drought, but the easier way to do this is probably to throw in that and then do that. That built. So let's prioritize that. We're gonna need another temporary storage for dirt, because we're going to get dirt from demolishing these, but not from demolishing these. While we've got the drought, let's get this done. You'll see we get a little pile of 6 dirt. Let's mark that for picking up edge. Cool, they closed. What's the contamination? It's still 1% contaminated. It took a while to clear out from that one bad tide, but you know. Bosh, I'm guessing we have an issue. We don't have the storage built yet for the dirt, so let's resolve that. You're supposed to be paused. Let's unpause you. We had the gatherer flag for the mangroves pause, which is why we had loads of mangroves. And the pruning flag was paused. Okay. My bad. So I've just opened that up because I think it looks better. No other reason particularly. We'll get those cleared up as well. All right, let's get those demolished, and then we're going to change this to auto and close below 2% contamination. So that'll then send clean water through this way as well. Will it overwhelm this? Who knows? We will find out. Worst case, we can always reopen one of these. It'll be fine. Or now we have shovels, we can widen stuff up, you know? We don't have the dirt block yet to be able to place dirt, but we have enough science to be able to consider that. Although power, we need 1400 for the large windmill. Okay, actually we should probably be thinking about zipline edge. That's a long zipline run, isn't it? Right, that's done. We just need to pick those up. I'm not quite, I've still got those to build. Okay. Nearly done. Bosh. That's all set to be picked up once it's done. And then we will refocus on this stuff. And trying to get this built. Did I finish getting it designed at least? Now there's a question for you, sir. I did not. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4 overhang. 4 overhang. 1000 science. Look at that. So let me you for my overhang. Yes. I guess I could have done that, but that's going to work as well. I could have done that and then words are hard. Floors. Yeah. But that works as well. Right. That is not quite built, but all of the water is getting in. So, nice. That should top up super quick. That's back to doing its thing properly. And then obviously if this overflows, this will close. And it'll come out over these 3 dams. Hopefully 3 dams is enough. If it's not, we'll change it. You know? Just chill, folks. Chill. It's fine. Tis fine. Okay. Good. We just need to bring logs in because, you know, we've only got logs sat nearby. Two more. And someone to build it, and then we're good. And yeah, I said I'm not worried about this drying out at the moment. In the future, maybe we will be. But for now, I'd rather have water going in here. And you know, this is doing its thing. So hopefully now they're doing this. Ah, I demolished another one. Why didn't any of you tell me I had demolished that one, huh? No help, are you? No help at all. Now, really what we need is an underwater warehouse to stash all the supplies at that we need. but we will just make do. And see if we can get this guy built suitably fast. Because it was a bit of a pain in the butt having the delay from the bad tide. So now there's quite a lot of building to do here still, folks. Let's be honest. On top of that, we need an outlet. Now, if it just shuts, it's gonna fill up, flood this, and overflow this. Now maybe that's not a problem. You know, it's gonna come up one level through here. And here. And maybe that's not a problem. But it'd be neater if it could flow through here. So but I think what we need to do is let them build this guy. And maybe we do that with a little bit of a time lapse, because we haven't had one in a while. So I think things are good enough that we can do that. We'll have a little bit of a time lapse, and I'll come back when they've built this, or we've got a problem.
Get a fast car. I want a ticket to anywhere. Maybe we make a deal. Maybe together we can get somewhere. Any place is better. Starting from zero, got nothing to lose. Maybe we'll make something. Me, myself, I got nothing to prove. You get a fast car. I got a plan to get us out of here. Been working at the convenience store. Managed to save just a little bit of money. Won't have to drive too far. Just cross the border and into the city. You and I can both get jobs and finally see what it means to be living. See, my old man's got a problem. Yeah, but the bottle, that's the way it is. He says his body's too old for working. His body's too young to look like his. My mama went off and left him. She wanted more from life than he could give. I said somebody's got to take care of him. So I quit school and that's what I did. You got a fast car. Is it fast enough so we can fly away? We gotta make a decision. Leave tonight or live and die this way. So I remember when we were driving in your car. Speed so fast I felt like I was drunk. City lights lay out before us, and your arm felt nice wrapped around my shoulder. And I had a feeling that I belonged. Had a feeling I could be someone, be someone, be someone. You got a fast car. We go cruise and entertain ourselves. Still ain't got a job. Now work in the market as a checkout girl. I know things will get better. You'll find work and I'll get promoted. We'll move out of the
So we have another bad side inbound. We are not finished, so we're going to have to endure again. It is what it is. We will keep going as long as we can. We're a way through. I think next time I just need to focus on getting this finished rather than what I did before, which was faff around and build other projects. So, you know, kind of what happens, I guess. We're a decent way through. I'm a little bit nervous, I guess. We will begin the process, I think, of discouraging the beavers from coming down here anymore by deleting the path and hopefully making it so that everything is too far away for them. Because I don't want any more, you know, we're 0.3 of a day away. What we will do instead, it's still coming. Stop it. Stop coming down here, beavers. Hopefully that's enough. Once you are out, beaver, there we go. So, there we go. Right. What we will do is keep an eye on the contamination. I think we've got enough, 700 science. We might not have enough science for this, but I would like to start getting zipways going. I think the way to do this is to actually build them off of the island, or I guess up in dry area, because we don't have any capacity in our current tree, and second tree is going to be going here once this is gone. So I think for now, anyway, until maybe we rework things. Now we could unlock and use the zipline station that goes in the trees, but by then we'll have more science anyway. So the resources are the same. The footprint is smaller, so maybe just the smaller footprint makes sense. I could chuck it there, but yeah, maybe the smaller footprint makes sense, but and that's kind of making use of fertile land or the indecision. What I think we do, I am going to, so this one should go in a tree. We're going to put it there. And then we're going to put one all the way here. Probably over here actually would be better. Now we're going to need a path to be able to build that. So the downside of zip lines is you need to be able to get to the zip line to build it, but I really like zip lines, so that doesn't really bother me. I kind of prefer them to the tubeways. Possibly unpopular opinion. I think people really like the tubeways, but yeah. And then we need this guy, which is 500 more science. So we need some more science. We currently have 6 vacancies, but predominantly through bad tide has begun. Pause you. Why are you? We can't get down there to get to the mangroves. That's okay. We're going to leave that for now. As bad water spews into here. This one closes, which is good. And if we go over here, so this one stays open. This one closes. These are open, and these are open. So this does its thing. And it's only a 3-day bad tide anyway, so hopefully things won't be too bad. From a contamination point of view, they end up coming over here. I don't think that will be a major problem. Now, it might make more sense to swap these round. But anywho, let's get through the bad tide a little bit quicker on mega speed. I really want to get rid of this so that we can get our new tree built. It's in the way. Maybe I need to put in even more scrap metal storage. Anyway, we can almost unlock the zipline pylon, and we're going to have to build it up quite a lot, I think, because that is 5 meters too far. Maybe if we built it like, actually, pause. I know they've started building it. If I built it on the edge there, it connects. So maybe the smart play is to do that. Connect to there, and then come to there. Yeah, let's do that instead. Smart being a relative term, obviously. Now, we need to be able to get to that. So let's enable getting to that. And let's just speed through the end of this bad tide. Now just save us a little bit of time. There we go. How contaminated did we end up? 20%. Everything's still alive, which is kind of cool. So I'm hoping now that as these close, that'll help this flush out quicker. Now, whether it will get down to the 2% that we want, I don't know. We'll just keep an eye on it. Dropping. 4. Can I get 4? 4? I might just change it to be 4. 3. Oh. You know, it might go. Yep. Come on. Awesome. So that worked. Nice. So we're getting nice fresh water coming in that way. And we need to automate this one. I'm just gonna manually swap these over. We'll force all of the clean water in that way, and that will hopefully help, because that's quite contaminated. It obviously got a fair bit worse this time, but none of the plants are dying, which is nice. This is not so great. I should have closed this. I forgot we should have a sluice in here. It can at least flush through, which is good. Keep an eye on this guy until this is built. We got a lot more bad water in this time. Yep, we did. Let's keep an eye on that. Once this is built, we can obviously bypass it. We won't need this long-ass path. Logs we've got, planks we've got, metal blocks we've got, and they've got all the gears, so it's just a case of bringing it all over. I don't feel like I'm going to close that because that is quite nastily contaminated. Up to 5%. I'm going to push it in the hope that they can finish this before it gets too bad. Up to 6%. %. At what point do I stop? And it's interesting because we've got fresh water blasting in this way, so 8%. I am now uncomfortable, so we are going to delete that, and I'm going to delete that. Because 8% feels a little high to me, unfortunately. Oh, they're so close. Screw it. I'm going to sacrifice one of them to finish it. Because all it needs is someone to build it, I think. Yep. And if I path there, they can zipline it. Yee, awesome. And we could, we've got a decent amount of water, but we could, if we needed to, now change it so we pump water out of here. So, and once we've ripped this out, which we've almost done, we will be able to get metal from over here. So that's good. Now the next question. We can't go too crazy because underneath us we have an issue. But we can go down a little bit before we start our tree. And the question is, should we? And I think probably. Gonna throw in a little lumberjack to clear out these dead trees. That is hurting us, isn't it? Yeah, we've had some die off. 16% contamination. It's not good. We could almost do with... What have we got back here? No, there's not a water source back here. You are the scrap metal dude. Yay! Right. Bosh. We're going to go down. So you're going to go. Go down at least one. Need to build a new scavenger flag over here. Open that up. That's causing us issues as well. Really need to get that divert finished. What I was thinking is what we could really do with is piping some of this clean water back over here to flush, rather than just have it go around the edge. But with where we are at the moment, that's not very feasible. So, and we've got clean water coming in here. And here. Obviously. It just seems to take forever to undo the contamination of this. And we don't have a bad water pump. We have the mechanical fluid pump, but we don't have the science to unlock it. So we really just need to try and get this darn thing finished down here. But until we get a gap in the contamination, that's going to be really hard. So I think now I can just delete all of those. Go down one more, I think. What I think I'm going to have to do is, I should have done that before I cleared the other stuff, so we're going to have to put a ladder there. Pause you until someone comes and clears that. I am seriously considering putting a water pump over here. We don't have a problem with water supply at the moment, so maybe I don't need to. We have filled our dirt storage, folks. Okay. question. That needs extract, which is a problem. Do it without extract. Now the bad tide approaching, which sucks because we're still pretty contaminated. So what I would like to do, I'm just going to test something. I don't think this will work. Edges don't normally, but we have options if it doesn't. So I'm just going to build that there and see if it connects. No, not a problem though. Come along there, under there. So we are going to we've gone down 1, 2, so I think we're at the same level. That's on height 11, that's on height 11. So what we're going to do, we're going to create artificial tunnels. I know. Food processor. You. What was you? And we're going to go more terrain, loosening. What I want to try and do is hook up to the power point here so that we can have the power joined together in these 2 trees. So that if I don't get gravity batteries in this one, if I get them in this tree, they'll share gravity battery storage. Because we can't tunnel at the moment, and we won't be able to tunnel for a while, because to get extract we need to cap a bad water source. That's a way off yet. What we're going to do is that. Then we need to unlock the terrain block. And we're going to put terrain back on top of there. We'll just pause that for now. And going to delete the food processor. Come in here, delete those. Tide has started, but I think we're good now. I'll mark those for demolishing. And come in again. You go all the way to there. We demolish this. We can unpause those. We bring power along there. All a process. When you're at the bottom of the tech tree, you can be deleted. get to be terrain blocked. I think you probably weren't terrain blocked before because there was a thingy there. So you have platforms put on top of you. Wait for those to get built so that I can put a piece of path there. We then put back the food processor. We set that to that guy, which is correct. We then come here. You are fermented dandelions. Come here. That needs to go there. We delete those. We bring power there and there. We platform there and there. Path there. Food fermenter there. Fermented dandelions. And that should give us turning power there. Yes. So then you go back to being an inventor. Go. Do I put the beavers in underground houses? There's a question for you. Here we go. Storage. Large warehouses. Do we need large warehouses at this point? Or do we large tank it? We probably want to put large tanks over the top of things that need, over the water pump. Let's go. Housing. You. Storage. Medium warehouse. Medium warehouse. Do one more housing, because then we should be able to bring path in there. And then go food. Fermented dandelions. Fruit salad. That looks like it works. It's a little bit annoying that we have a square hole and a not square tree. But Lavi folks, we want storage for agua. And then I think we're going to want to make this mostly in... Oh, we're out of the bad type. Didn't even notice. Still heavily contaminated in here. Pretty sick. I've got it set to open when the bad tide ends because of, yeah. I think I need to move my water pumping, folks. I think what we should do is come up here. I think we should come straight through these. Yes. Gonna need to put one there. I'll delete all of those. This isn't helping. Pumping the water out of here isn't good. Move that to there. Come across here. Two water pumps is still enough. Just pause them when a bad tide starts. We will pause you and we'll turn off all of those. Yes, we better build storage. To supply. Yep, something like you, so that we can get a ladder there. To another warehouse. And one of those. And then when we come back next time, we'll be able to start building the industry up on here. Got enough, actually, to see if got enough science. 300 for gravity batteries. Need a bit more science. which means you can be unpaused. Yeah, we may as well pump fresh water over in the freshwater, seeing as we can get there pretty easily now. Thanks to zip lines. Do we take the risk? We need 1,700. We need 200 more. What I'm wondering is if in the time it takes us to build the gravity batteries, will we get the other stuff done? I don't know. Taking so... Now this would help, wouldn't it? Really need to sort that out as well. I'm going to leave it for today. We will decide next time. Let me know what you think of how we've progressed. And yeah, good to be back. Bye for now.